you know, we're attached to him, and we're attached to your Denny's as well. So again, this is one of those fights. There's not a network participating in the sport that wouldn't want this fight.
Correct.
So, you know, we made our pitch, and I think the power of our platform and of our marketing speaks for itself. I think our production quality right now is unmatched. You know, we call the fight as it is, without bias, objectively. We have, you know, the strongest set of announcers, and we're not trying to, you know, fool anybody or have any agenda. You know, we're there to call a fight. We're not there to build certain guys up and not other guys. You know, you call the action, and I think between that and our production value, that's what separates us from everybody else.
My last question to you, and I appreciate your time. You've been very gracious with your time. And I'll go back, right? Because obviously the biggest fight in boxing, everybody wants to see Crawford versus Spence. And I know that, you know, each fighter is going to have a specific mark as far as their value of what they're asking for. For whatever reason, that fight has not yet been made. But when you think about other promoters, and obviously this has nothing to do with Showtime, but when you think of Eddie Hearn and DAZN, you know, these guys are putting fights on overseas or in the Middle East, getting $20 to $40 million site fees. Do you feel that if, like, let's just say if boxing were to come together, the boxing gods and the promoters and everybody were to come together and say, you know what, man, boxing needs this fight, do you think that that's more or less would kind of minimize as far as what it is that they're asking for? If you guys are able to get a site fee of $20, $30, $40 million, and if somebody overseas is going to be willing to pay that, I mean, do you think that would potentially make it happen?
It helps. You know, one of the issues, you know, particularly with whether it's Dubai or Saudi Arabia or any of those places, is if they're going to pay $30 or $40 million, they're going to want it on their local time.
Yeah.
You know, no one's going to pay a premium fee and then say, hey, you got to go at 4 in the afternoon, you know, or 2 in the morning, you know, whatever the time is. So the way it works out in Saudi Arabia and Dubai in particular, you know, if they want it in their prime time, that's going to be in the afternoon here. And then the question is it better for that fight to happen on an off time at a point where the U.S. fans don't have access to go? Or, you know, should we hold out and try to make it where the U.S. fans can sort of enjoy what I think should be a fight here in the U.S.
Yes.
At a time when it's going to get the biggest audience? So, look, there's no easy answer. You know, it's sort of a toss-up. You know, would you rather the fight happen, even if it's not on the ideal conditions? You know, maybe so. But I think in an ideal world, we'd get to the point, you know, and maybe we just have to grind through the deal and lock everybody in a room and force them to come to agreement and say, look, this is what it's going to take, and you're not coming out of the room until we have a deal.